Stop giving it up to dudes that can't even pass a reading test. I feel like this is going to be my most hot takest of hot takes. You should not be giving up to a man. I feel like for a man to be able to get what he wants from a woman, and you know what I mean, what I'm saying by that. You should have to pass a certain literacy test. You should have to pass a certain intellectual test. If you can't pass biology, if you can't pass sex ed, why are you out there having sex and being able to populate with women? Not everyone is entitled to an opinion. If you don't bring enough to the table, then you should shut up when it comes to what the other sex should do, because you don't even know what that other sex entails and what they go through on a regular basis. Y'all talking about, oh, this woman should shut up and deal with me and have my kids. You don't even know that the fact that she is risking her life to have your big head baby. She don't even realize that the amount of biological changes that her body goes through to just push out one of your ain't shit babies ain't mean nothing, because you dumb as hell. You try to pop out another one that's gonna be dumb as hell like you with a big ass forehead. Why do we need another one of your ugly ass kids in the world? I'm sorry, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
And now your son built like your auntie. Yo, welcome back. This is episode 20 of the Porch Light Theory. Thank you so much for tuning in with us for this long. So I'm Tristan, one of the hosts of this podcast. We here on this podcast, we have unfiltered conversations, but sometimes it is necessary. But the coolest brother is in the virtual room right now with me, Nick.
What's good, my niggas?
My guy, welcome to 2026. We back. I want y'all to know we about to hit y'all with some fun stuff, because guess what? We got a lot to talk about.
Before we talk about anything, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, share, review, show some love, give us some hype. Make sure you follow us on our TikTok and our Instagram pages.
And also, before we really get into it, just because our current conversation may not address it, we do send our love out to those in Minnesota. We want you to know that the fight that those protesters are putting out there for, please remember that it is your right to protest. It is your right to express your freedom of speech. And it is okay to vocalize that we are not okay with the status quo of where we are right now.
The only ice I like is jewelry or in my drink.
There we go. We are in full support of those that are in support of this nation and those that truly support those that are part of it. Simple as that. Everyone that is in this country deserves to have the same freedom and equality and the chance at a happy life. And if you do not support that, and if you don't support any of that, you might as well get off this channel.
Should have been gone. You should have been gone.
You should have been exiting.
You stuck with us 20 episodes in. You should have been gone if you didn't like what we were saying.
Don't get on TikTok in the comments talking about, I ain't trying to hear it now.
Sheesh. You stuck with us for that long. Hey, we'll appreciate it. For what it's worth. Hey, appreciate it.
I appreciate that Coogee player.
Hey, what's been going on? What's your first topic, man?
Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. A lot of what I have realized, especially as we are coming into this new year, 2026, we don't have time to play. I want y'all to know my birthday is on the 26th of a certain month. I'm not gonna tell y'all when, because y'all don't get to know that about me. But 2026 is my year, so I'm really big on the fact that we are gonna be on our Cat Williams stuff when he came in 2024 and told y'all all the liars are getting exposed. So all you anti-intellectual people, we are on your head this year. If you don't believe in rationale and proving your sources and providing your sources before you make a claim, I don't have any time to hear what you got to say. We talked about it in the beginning of our episodes, especially when we first started this, that the anti-intellectual movement is bad. We're really going to get into how it has degraded and eroded the surface level of being an American citizen,
or just by talking to another person one-on-one like this.
Oh my goodness. Have you had conversations with people that truly are full believers of some of the misinformation that's out there?
Personally, no, but I've seen it, and it's quite disappointing, to be frank.
What disappoints you the most?
The fact that we live in two different realities.
which is hard to believe when all of us got to pay the same bills.
I mean, you have one side, of this country saying she was trying to run over dude. I ain't see that.
He has internal bleeding.
JD Vance saying, "Oh, he's traumatized. He might have PTSD because he was in a similar situation." Then take that nigga out the force. He has no business being a federal agent with a gun if that's the case. Sheesh. And I'm just saying.
My question has always been, what has been the parameters for these people to be able to just come in and have these jobs? As someone that works for a certain entity, knowing what it takes to be able to be a law enforcement agent, the vetting process takes a lot. And I won't necessarily divulge exactly what I do, but I am fully aware enough of the vetting process when it comes to staffing and other things of that nature, and the background, the checks, and the certification that comes with it. There's no way that they're vetting these people on the same level, because the way that they're acting and reacting, especially how I see it within my own view, which is anecdotal at that point, but then also I can back it up with the stats and statistics to show that these people are ill prepared to handle these situations.
It's a slippery slope this administration has put themselves on. And I've said it in a previous episode that the way the staff operates, it's almost as if we're watching a real life version of the Legion of Doom from the 1970s, Justice Friends type cartoonish villainry, if that's a word. But this is how they operate. And when they do this villainous behavior, they have certain people who are unfit or unqualified for these positions. Perfect example, I'm bringing up again, is Pete Hegseth and his so-called Department of War. The dude's a straight up clown. Dude can't even do a whole pull up. And then now you got Kristi Noem, defending any and everything on what the Department of Homeland Security is doing involving ICE. And PBS recently put out a report about how Department of Labor and Department of Homeland Security is putting out these white supremacist coded videos on social media. And then you got folks like Elon Musk keep feeding and fanning the flames and reposting certain stories, like that one damn Minnesota daycare story that has that has Minnesota up in flames right now.
They sent Nick Shirley out there to create propaganda for the right. And it's wild that they basically said, hey, you have no real credentials. You can't read without tracing your finger across a paper, but we're going to trust what you got to say, even though you're going to completely misrepresent everything, where you're going to choose to go to the front of a daycare, knocking on the door with 5 men, at least 3 of them unidentifiable, and think that daycare is just going to let you in with cameras and a microphone. Like, come on now. Like, that's one thing I don't get. It's the pure hypocrisy. Those people would not want anyone coming in with cameras filming their children in a daycare setting. But because Nick Shirley couldn't come in to the front of a place where typically the parents leave, they drop their kids off in the back, where it's more convenient, where it's more secure, where you will want stuff like that. But because the people that run it are brown, Nick Shirley and them were incentivized to go in there and try to create some discourse. Like, that's wild to me.
Can you imagine they posted up at the door like,
that's what they were doing.
I want to see kids.
Let me see your kids.
let me see them kids.
Hold on. Where your mom at? Where your mom at?
Hey man, where your mom at? Where your mom at, man? Where your mom at?
See, we making jokes of this, but it's serious though. These boys actually tried to go up there and force their way into a childcare setting, thinking that, oh yeah, I'm gonna show up with cameras and be able to prove whether or not you got kids in here.
Can we be realistic? This is a Somalian daycare. You really think they gonna let 5 random white men into the bed? You really think they gonna let you in?
Like, what? You have no kids with you. You coming through the front where kids don't even enter in, and they expect you think they just gonna let you in, but yeah, come see what we got going on. Like, no.
And then he was all like,
But there should at least be a reception.
where's your son? Oh my gosh.
But they would be the first if they kids was in, I hate to say it, if they kids was in Uvalde, they would have been mad if they would have granted that access. The pure hypocrisy is wild to me.
Nick Shirley is not a journalist.
He's not. So I gotta ask, as someone who has been part of the media, who's actually done real journalism, who understands what, for one, we will go into this later, especially with this dumb broad. I sound like a red pillar.
Watch out.
Especially with this woman that we're going to be talking about. Those that don't believe that statistics and primary and secondary sources matter. How do you feel about the right weaponizing and utilizing anti-intellectual folks to push their agenda, to discredit? Because we got to think about it. Once Trump is out of office and all this stuff goes away, how much of the trust in our real media has eroded because of that?
Oh, CBS is cooked. CBS cooked. Their credibility is shot, and I can only. It's gonna take years to gain that trust again. Oh my gosh! And that morning news anchor who is now the evening news anchor, it's quite disappointing to see how much of a shit show that was when he first debuted on the evening news. I mean, my boy was crying when he was crying about Mark Rubio and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not good. This is not good. Barry Weiss, what have you done? Oh my gosh.
Where do we that's my big thing too. Like, where do we go from here?
Well, to answer your first question, if I can recall it correctly, but it's disappointing to see people attempt journalism. And what Nick Shirley, if Nick Shirley had did that in the newsroom, his ass would have been fired. His ass would have been fired.
He wouldn't have even been hired.
Yeah,
he doesn't have credentials.
I mean, it was not objective. It was strictly biased, and the information was fed to him by Republican opponents of Tim Walz, the governor, who's now leaving his seat eventually, but who's leaving his seat eventually. So and he was asked, like, dude, don't you think you were a pawn of the Republican Party because there was so much heat on President Trump with them Epstein files? Good God, whatever's in them files, man, it goes back to them files.
What was the interview where it was the guy, he was kind of in a very informal like attire, where he basically was like, don't you feel that you were used because on December 16th, when the Epstein files dropped, that's when they had you push everything? That's
the same interview I'm talking about. That the Channel 5 News. That's the same independent journalist journalist channel that interviewed Hunter Biden. So it's disappointing to see people attempt journalism and do a half-assed job, and then and then you have like folks like JD Vance saying this is real journalism. Not those Edward Murrow Award recipients. Shut the hell up.
Do you want to see what that looks like in real life?
Oh, you got a video up?
Oh, I do.
Oh yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
We mentioned it very early in our time within, of course, of this podcast. Y'all are about to see what it looks like to have an anti-intellectual go against someone that actually knows what they're talking about.
90% of disputed custody goes to women. That's not equal.
90%, that's a totally made up statistic. Where are you citing that from? How many women die every year during childbirth?
Not many.
This country has the highest maternal mortality rate of any developed country. So a lot of women do die as a result of pregnancy and childbirth, yes.
Look at the timer.
This is painful.
What is she wearing?
Hmm.
Do you have any other questions for me?
Not right now.
All right.
Just to give y'all some context, this debate was set up between Anna Kasparian, who is a part of the Young Turks.
Yeah.
She's been a part of them for quite some time and then a contributor to other things. She's debated Ben Shapiro. So she is not new to the political game. Pearly Things is a right-wing commentator that really developed her platform off of YouTube Shorts. So when it comes to those that really gain their infamy based upon that, they don't have the ability to engage in long-form content, because typically those that engage in shorts are just doing what she did, where she just just spouting random stuff, but there's no interaction between. She's just saying it, and then you hear those in the background that agree with it. They're just like, "Oh yeah, men, we're so underserved." But then when you look at the statistics, especially there's a lot of men that are like, "Oh, child support is against us." Baby, bro, child support. As someone that is on the payroll side of things, I see how much it usually averages, and she's actually very spot on. Child support is not that high when it comes to certain men. I'm sorry, if you can't afford it, you should have wore a condom. That's on you. Damn. Okay, I want you to know, I'm 33. I don't have any kids. That's intentional.
34, no kids.
Knocks on wood. But yeah, like, do you think we made it this far? Do you think we made it this far on accident? No, it was intentional. Like, as a man, for you niggas that ain't listening, you as a man have the ability to determine whether or not a woman gets pregnant. Guess why? Because you're in control of that.
Absolutely.
But let's get back to the video.
There's videos on the internet
see my
everywhere of
sister-in-law.
women getting their guns taken because they're not strong enough.
Are you just making things up?
What was that?
Pearl, what are you doing? Like, seriously. Next question.
What was that? Wendy Williams.
This is rough. This is what this is what happens when you rely on the buzzwords,
The gotchas.
Yes.
When you don't have the ability to engage back and forth. When you're not used to people pressing back against you.
And you can't back it up. It's rough. It's rough.
Do you want more of this? Do you want more of this secondhand embarrassment?
Yeah, go ahead and share a little more.
You finna get some more of it. You could tell Anna felt bad for her at some point.
I think I'm more of a feminist than you.
Sure. Go great. Congratulations.
This is how you deal with right-wingers.
Just miss it.
Okay. Look at the timer.
This is the longest 30 minutes of my life.
Hey, y'all want to see a dead body? God, dog.
All right.
The fact that the moderator had to step in and say, "All right, so since she's not asking questions, I will."
That's rough.
It was supposed to be an interrogation of Pearly Things ideals challenging Anna Kasparian. There were multiple times throughout that debate where Pearl just went silent. And the moderator, as someone who is licensed and has received certificates to become a moderator for things, to have to do that means that you have zero to little faith in one party in their interaction.
But this is what the Republican Party this is what they rely on. They rely on the buzzwords. They rely on the triggers, and they rely on the the racism. Oh, she can't win that seat because she's black. We need to vote. Things of that nature, and they rely on that type of ignorance. It's a party of ignorance. Strictly ignorance. And then there are people within the party who are skilled in weaponizing that ignorance, like a Scott Jennings, very skillful in weaponizing that ignorance, especially when he was talking about those Somalian daycares, or when he was talking about book bans that were happening. They know how to play dumb really well. Absolutely. Unfortunately for this one shorty over here who was in this debate, she didn't come prepared. She never does. She didn't come prepared, and she didn't come right.
So a lot of what I will say, shout out to the Jaguars, which is crazy because do you know who I feel worse for in this situation?
Tell me.
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. Please elaborate.
Because she looks like Trevor Lawrence, so he had to wake up and look at Twitter and be like, "Why are you out here debating this woman?"
I don't.
What was that?
I don't see it. That was quite.
Don't you make me share this video again.
I don't see it. I really don't.
Boy, you better fight.
I don't see
fight
it.
Me.
Just like how folks say I resemble Nate Burleson, I don't see it.
You do.
I don't.
You do. Mm-mm. You mean to tell me that this woman don't look like Trevor Lawrence?
No.
You.
No. Tell us what you think in the comments. Do you think this Pearl resemble Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Absolutely.
As someone who watched his whole career at Clemson,
what was that?
She looks like Trevor Lawrence.
Absolutely not. No.
How does she know? You mean to tell me that this long-faced, never married woman does not look at this? And tell me that doesn't look like her.
No.
All right, fight me. I love you though. I love you though, but still, she looks like Trevor Lawrence. That's who I feel bad for and all this. Because do you know how mad I would wake up if I looked up and saw a woman that looked like me saying this dumb stuff?
I mean, there was a time when people described a young lady to resemble you.
I was about to throw my. I can't cuss on here. I was about to throw my headphones. Don't you? She probably doesn't watch this, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not allowed to say anything.
She's pretty, and she's pretty. Yeah.
Don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble, sir.
Right, I won't say anything. I won't say much. I won't say much.
We'll talk about that off camera.
Off camera. But let's move on to the next topic because
But it goes into what we were talking about, the anti-intellectual movement.
Mm-hmm. But this is anti-intellectualism with money.
So that was one of the points that she actually addressed in there. So
okay.
At some point, Pearl's, she has talking points. She doesn't have ideas. So one of her talking points is about women receiving alimony. And she is one of those that believes that women shouldn't. And Anna really went in on her about the idea that Pearl comes from a very affluent family where her father was able to lend her $50,000 to start her podcast.
$50K, just like that. Okay.
Kind of like how Trump was able to receive a small loan of, what was it, like $1 million or something? A
lot of money. That's what he got.
So the fact that she was, upset about women receiving alimony, especially because Anna really. So that's the thing. If a right winger gets into it with you, don't let them back you into a corner where they only want a yes or no answer. That's what they want because they don't have the ability to go below the surface level. Those people are not smart enough to go below the surface level.
Yeah, they love to introduce to you a problem and never present themselves a solution. And if they do ever present themselves a solution, it's always I won't say always. Most of the time, it's a generalizing big sweep movement that they're doing. No nuance, no context, nothing to get into the nitty gritty of the actual problem. They always want to just do things in one big sweep and say, "See, problem fixed." It's equivalent. It's equivalent to when you ask to clean your room and and the cartoon puts all the cartoon character puts all the items under the rug, or that's or like when they put everything in the closet and the mom inspects the room and they open up the closet and it's just flooding out. That's what right wingers do. They just want to put everything in the closet. Wow. Okay. Epitome. Because aren't they still in the closet? Like these groypers, the Fuenteses and all them, they still in the closet. They pushing everything in the closet. And now we gotta suffer because they don't want to come out yet.
I would quote the song, but we don't support him no more, so I can't say how these people are trapped in the closet. So,
how many chapters did he have?
Bro, all right, so this is just a random tangent. Did you see how random it got? He started having beef with midgets in the Trapped in the Closet series.
How did a little person get into the story?
How did a pimp and a little person end up beefing in the Trapped in the Closet series? If you watch Trapped in the Closet from chapter 1 to like chapter 20 or something, it just gets more insane as it went. That is one of the most. All right, we will not. Don't go watch it. Don't go watch it. Don't give R. Kelly and his family any money. No. Because I remember before we went to Cancun, I remember him talking about that, and one of my homeboys was like, "Man, let that man free." I was like, "Shut your dumb ass up." Hey, I'm heading to Chicago right now to go fight that nigga if he's out. Like what? Like, nah, you don't get to be out, nigga. No, if fucking George Zimmerman is still alive, bitch, I'm fighting you. Yo, no reading ass. Like, now, bitch, fuck you.
I'm hearing reports about him like being homeless.
Nah, that nigga's in jail. You right, he homeless because he ain't got his home is jail.
I'm talking about George Zimmerman.
Oh yeah, that nigga is homeless. Fuck him.
Hey, let's go ahead and move on.
We got jobs. We can't afford it.
Yeah, let's move on to the next topic. I do know you want.
Oh, actually, go ahead and broach some more of the soundboard. Has there anything that on the soundboard that they ain't heard yet?
No, they've heard everything. I mean, this is the newest one. So
I can't stand you.
It's hella childish.
I can't stand you.
It's hella childish.
It's very childish, but I love it. Oh, actually, I don't know what I've been watching a lot of isekais, but also a lot of random ones. So the main one I'm on right now is what is his name? It's basically one of those overly powered, because I love the time I got reincarnated as a slime. That's one of my favorite ones right now. And another one is where this demon lord gets reincarnated as well. It is fun. I love anime that does not BS you and just gets to the point, and I love it right now. I'm probably gonna go watch Yu Yu Hakusho all over again. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm enjoying Freeman. I don't want this journey to end.
Ooh, have you watched I hate this camera. But have you started watching I'll send it to you. But there's some good anime that's out there right now. Like, if y'all are not anime fans right now, get into it.
Definitely a good time to get into a good, compelling story. Right now, the only animes I'm watching as of now include Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 and Frieren. I'm taking my time with Frieren.
I'm not going to lie. I'm waiting for Jujutsu. I'm someone that loves watching a series all at one time, so I'm waiting for Jujutsu Kaisen to get his life together.
That's gonna be a while, bro.
The Culling games are good though.
Oh yeah, did you read the manga?
Oh, I already know the ending.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm ready.
Then we're good.
I'm ready.
He's still trying to get your camera to focus.
Yes.
There we go.
Thank you.
Well, let's transition into talking about this Cam Newton story, because we only have 30 minutes left.
Oh, you Gucci, because a lot of what we're talking about right now is mainly the anti-intellectual movement. So All right, so I'll prose it before we get into the video. You as a man, I want y'all to know, yes, we are not sitting here as gentlemen that are saying that we are the pinnacle of what women are looking for.
I know my range.
I am fully aware of my range.
I've shot my shots. I've shot some good shots, but I know my range.
I've been in the gym. I know what shots I've missed, and I know what shots I've made.
Yes.
But when you're a Cam...
Yeah.
When you're a Cam
Newton, you go. My bad.
6'6", you're the number one draft pick. You've always been number one in everything in your life. You don't have to develop the social skills of someone that is not 6'6", that has been the most popular person in high school and has all the money in the world. So you don't have to develop the social skills that we have had to be able to actually interact with women in a way and on a level that does not just objectify them or basically present yourself as someone that is easy to interact with just because you're surface level. We have to do more to be able to get where we are.
We don't have to fake it. We don't have to fake it.
We don't. But he do. He has to fake that he knows what he's talking about. And what y'all are about to see here.
It makes you wish. No, it makes you appreciate that you finished, your high school.
Which he did. He also went to Auburn,
Did he finish Auburn?
I don't know. He got them a national championship. That's all he got. But
championship, no degree. That's what's up. All right, we don't know if he did. We don't know if he has a degree or not.
I don't know if he has a degree or not. But y'all, if you got secondhand embarrassment off of Pearl, you're about to get some secondhand embarrassment off of Cam Newton. Right. This is his interview on his podcast with Lady London. She is a rapper, woman rapper. She is one of the more. So you know how J. Cole has a degree and all that, and he's a rapper. Mm-hmm. She's not I would say she's the equivalent as far as where she's coming from and the background that she has. She's equivalent to J. Cole in that regard. And you will see that in this interaction. It's really not. Because I say that because you and I are people that are on that level, but still. But all right, this is what you're about to hear.
Not be able to lie. Man, he don't. No, that's not me.
Well, how would you describe your style in one word? That's an adjective.
Can I use a word that I've already used?
Sure.
He should have known from right there when she had to identify him.
That's an adjective.
What was that?
Some men may be some men may call us simps for saying, "Oh well, she just was trying to call him out." No, do y'all even know what an adjective is? Half of y'all don't even know what an adverb is, so I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. Oh, okay. This is about to be my tangent for the day, ladies. I'm about to sound like a red. I'm about to sound like a red pill. Stop giving it up to dudes that can't even pass a reading test. I feel like this is going to be my most hot takest of hot takes. You should not be giving up to a man. I feel like for a man to be able to get what he wants from a woman, and you know what I mean, what I'm saying by that.
Okay.
You should have to pass a certain literacy test. You should have to pass a certain intellectual test. If you can't pass biology, if you can't pass sex ed, why are you out there having sex and being able to populate with women?
Which one do you think is more important, reading or math?
Both.
Jules Santana. What's more important, having a degree or building businesses?
What's more important, being able to read or common sense? Common sense gonna tell you that I just gotta know this contract. I can just put it into and it'll read it to me. I ain't gotta read, it'll tell it to me, boy. That's why you got stuck in that 360 and ain't make no money from the 90s to the 2000s. That's why what? Come on now. But again, I don't try to speak on what women should do, but I do feel that women should require men to pass a reading test and a biology test prior to granting them access to them in a certain way.
Throw in an elective class as well. PE, nigga.
Like as someone that passed A&P, anatomy and physiology, if you cannot identify certain parts of a woman, you should not have access to those parts. Like you should not be able to have access to a woman if you can't even identify it. Sir, what is a labia?
Find the clitoris.
Like they did in elementary school. Here's the outline. Color the clitoris.
Gonna be like SpongeBob and Patrick. The lid. The lid.
These-
The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid.
On the first date, women should hand out this little pamphlet and be like, here's a coloring book. Color the clitoris. Color the labia. Color to let me know that you know what it is.
And color in the lines too.
And spell it. And then, because this is the one time I'll give 50 Cent credit. I want you to read a paragraph out of Harry Potter before you allow to do. All right. I'm done. All right. So just so y'all know, you see this level of disgust on her face?
That's an adjective.
Like, just look at her face when she's talking to this man. As someone that has actually experienced and been with women on a level that's not just, I'm seeking to pursue you in that way. Because I have homegirls. I have friends. I have best friends.
There's value in being there's value in being a homie.
We have friends that are
value
women.
in being a homie.
And there is no intent to get with them or anything like that. So knowing that, you can look at her face and know, oh, she ain't taking him serious at any point. So we'll go ahead and we'll just let y'all hear it.
Of course.
Eclectic.
Say it again.
Eclectic.
It's eclectic.
Well, the heavy on the N because
There's no N in it.
No.
What was
It's not a
that?
word.
Oh, let's unpack this. Okay, got it. Sure word.
Right there. He should have known he messed up. He should have knew he messed up. She said, anytime a woman's like, all right, let's unpack this. Oh, bro, you messed up. You done. You're done. As someone that's been with women in a high regard, boy, you done messed up.
Yo, when a shorty says, let's unpack this.
Spell it for me.
Nclecta.
Okay.
Hey, brother, you smarter than me. You write You've written stories.
No, you're the one getting
you
the
had
master's
to
degree.
proofread. You have that don't mean nothing, boy. This is a management degree. That don't mean nothing. Boy, I'm not gonna say that because I know they review my stuff. So when you're editing, or if you had an editor and you wanted to introduce a word like that, what would they say?
If I wanted to introduce a vocabulary word
Nclectic.
Nclectic. Oh, first and foremost, that someone whoever's proofreading it is gonna be like, hey, what word are you trying to spell? God forbid I try to argue with them down and be like, it's actually spelled this way. Oh Lord.
All right, try to verbalize that.
I can only imagine how this would go in the newsroom if I try to get that word, approved in my script. I mean, they're going to be like,
Hey, what word is this that you're trying to spell?
All right, let's role play. I'm your editor and you're trying to introduce this word.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Tristan, thank you so much for getting us on my desk. All right. Let me see. So I do see at the point to where you're countering her argument, you do say this word. I'm not familiar with it. Could you give me some explanation behind that?
Are you talking about this word, eclectic?
Where's the IC at the end? Actually, just tell me how it's spelled.
Ncleta. Eclectic.
Huh? Huh?
Look it up. Look it up. Go on dictionary.com.
Actually,
Nclecta.
let's let him tell us how it goes.
Eclectic.
Eclectic.
Do you want to know what the N stand for?
Niggatry. Am I right? Okay. Respectfully.
She was so disappointed. She was so disappointed. She said that as a way to give him an out. And he said, no, I'm doubling down.
If this is you trying to be funny, I don't think this is the route you should take to be funny. If you want to be Mr. Hee Hee Ha Ha and laugh her out her pants, I don't think this is the route you should take, my man.
Which is crazy because she is not the one. He did no research on who Lady London is. This is a woman with a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. She went to Howard. This is a well educated woman. You can't BS her. And you can see in her face, just look at it. She's like, I'm ending this interview soon.
How much left is in this interview?
Ooh.
You see where I was going?
What the hell? Okay.
She was done.
What was that?
I know the new word.
Bro thought he cooked. He was like, yeah, once these cameras cut off,
Bro, I know
after this.
I know in his head he was thinking, wait till the homies see this, and he's thinking that his friends are gonna gas him up, similar to how Safari wore a whole Gatorade outfit in the cold winters of New York. Bro, look up that. Can you find that Safari video when he wore a whole Gatorade outfit?
I got one better for you.
Yeah.
Because what she was going through is what this woman was trying to get what she was going through is what this woman was going through. But she voiced it way louder. And you know exactly what video this is.
All right. Let's see it.
He doesn't look. We could have a conversation.
How you doing?
Matter of fact, you could stay. What's your name? No, you can say your name though.
YBG Don from DC.
What's your name?
YBG Don.
I'm not calling you YBG. What the is your name?
It stands for something. Young, black, and gifted.
Okay, that's nice, but what's your name?
You don't like that?
I'm not calling you. Hey,
well, you
YBG, where you at? I'm not doing that. What's your name?
This call me Don, but YBG is what I stand for. Young, black, and gifted.
I call you Don.
All right, cool. That's cool.
You said Don?
Yeah, Don. D-O-N.
All right, Don.
Whew. That's exactly what Lady London was going through. Like, this man's not trying to be pseudo-intellectual with me, really. Like, really, I know you have millions of viewers. There's no way you really thought this was finna hit.
Yeah, I'm telling you. He's thinking to himself, checkmate.
He's sitting there like, mm-hmm.
Got your ass.
Oh yeah. She finna rock with this when we get done.
Mm-hmm.
In his head, he thinking once he cuts the interview, he finna be like, all right, so what you getting into after this? I saw you was sipping and all that. You trying to go back to the crib and do some more. Like, he's used to it being easy because he's tall, handsome, makes a lot of money. He ain't got to work hard. So yeah, he can be surface level.
That's community behavior. I don't want to finish the word after community, but that's community behavior. Most definitely.
That's that Nissan Altima behavior, but for men.
Yeah. Whoa. Let's let me borrow your car music.
Yeah. That's your homeboy that pulls up on you with the pink fuzzy steering wheel cover.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, when you get a car, bro? Yeah, my girl let me use it. She at work right now. So what y'all trying to get into? Shit, nothing with you. Cause she off at 3. So what we finna do? But yeah, that's the anti-intellectual movement. It has given those that do not have the ability to truly add to the conversation a platform. And I hate that. Because this is going to be my hottest take of the night.
Okay.
You know how everyone says everyone is entitled to an opinion?
Hey, but not every opinion needs to be heard.
No, not everyone is entitled to an opinion. No, you are not entitled to an opinion. No, just because you exist, just because you breathe air does not mean you're entitled to an opinion. I'm sorry, but there is a degree to which the level of which we have degraded the respect for those that are intellectuals and subject matter experts has gotten bad. So basically, if it's because even it's eroded even into the law side of it, because all these right wingers think they are law professionals now, but it hasn't eroded the medical space as of yet to the extent that I think it is. But it's
getting there. It's getting there.
It is, because even people that don't have medical degrees are sitting there like, well, I think that, no, I don't care what you think. You don't have a medical degree. You barely passed biology. You barely got your GED. I don't want to hear shit from you. You are not entitled to an opinion about anything medical just because you think that you know something.
Yeah, like the biggest example I can give you, bro, is that Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill here in Florida to get rid of the fluoride in the water. Now, everybody's teeth about to get fucked up. The last state to get rid of, I think it was Utah, the last state to get rid of fluoride in the water, and they realized how bad kids' teeth were fucked up. They're like, we got to reverse this decision. It's only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you want to continue getting health advice from freaking RFK and Dr. Oz. All right, buddy.
Bro,
Okay.
how did RFK really become integral to what we do?
PBS did a whole documentary on it. I encourage you to watch it. It showcases like his life story about how his family members were getting assassinated, and he pretty much grew up without certain family members in his life. He got into drugs. He was a problem child. He was like your typical rich kid problem child. And then when he wanted to get into politics, he was, he was pretty much a dirtbag, having an affair with his wife. His wife died by suicide at one point in his life. And then he was just experiencing tragedy after tragedy. And then all of a sudden he felt as if the only person who would give him the time and day were those anti-vax, families and mothers who were questioning about certain drugs and certain illnesses that lead to their children getting autism and stuff like that, because they just can't accept reality. So he that was like his bread and butter when it came to being in the politics, because at first he did have if I'm not mistaken, according to that, it's a Frontline PBS documentary. He did have a noble, admirable cause that he was pursuing politically, and something just like switched. Like he kept having affairs with his wife still. He was addicted to sex and stuff like that. And now at his old age, he feels like him being, based off of people who know him being in the position that he is right now gives him like some type of satisfaction that he has fulfilled politically. He finally has power at the highest form. Since he couldn't get it presidential wise, he can get it within the Trump administration staff, being in the health department wise. And so please watch that documentary. It is so intriguing to see how that man's journey goes from, the typical stereotypical, rich kid, problem white child to, old white man who can't accept, the failures that he's made in his life and the decisions that he's done. And this is like his last hoorah attempt to try and make an impact. But the impact that he's making is so dire and detrimental. And if he continues on this path, bro, we about to feel it for the next 50 years. So if you don't think that the midterms don't matter, Bro, freaking lock in. Please.
Go vote.
Voting is just like the bare minimum at this point. Bare minimum. But yeah, you definitely got to peep that documentary.
I'm looking at some of the transcripts. So basically, he's a worse version of Hunter Biden.
And Hunter Biden is sober. And
he's a worse version of Hunter Biden. That's basically all I'm hearing.
Hunter Biden
they
is
sold
sober.
that to us like he's the worst person ever.
But it definitely gives context into like, you know, how he became the man that he is now. It's so intriguing.
Oh no, I agree.
Yeah. So I'll definitely add the link to that PBS doc, and you can watch it for free on YouTube. No ads either. So I definitely, it's like a good hour 30 of your time.
I've got it pulled
it's
to
an
watch
intriguing story.
It just creates that dichotomy where you're thinking like, oh damn, y'all were so up Hunter Biden's ass for what he was doing, but then you have so many. You got Pete Hegseth, you got RFK, you got
that one lady, that one lady with the WWE, the WWE dudes,
Linda McMahon.
Yes. Why is someone with the WWE having to do with education? Why is she putting herself out of the job?
Think about how this slow exodus of the major white wingers and the major MAGA people has gone. We got Marjorie Taylor Greene that's gone. They low key, what was her name? I can't remember her now anymore. She was the girl that got caught giving a handy in the theater.
Lauren Boebert.
Don't hear anything about her anymore.
Hardly. But we've talked about it before about how MTG was basically the canary in the coal mine. I
don't think she was. I think Comer was originally, and they just didn't pay attention.
I think MTG. Comey. I think MTG was the canary in the coal mine. She saw the signs, and she tried to stick to, you know, being. She tried to be all in. She triple Trump, and
I'd argue Pence was the canary in the coal mine.
That's maybe
because that man would not support the fact that we have a president that got reelected, that his former vice president said he should not be president anymore, and they still elected him. That is wild.
After we saw January 6th, it's like, how could you elect this man again?
Have you heard them defend it?
Bro, I wrote it down. So on the White House Instagram account, they have what is it? They have the real January 6th story. I don't want to entertain it, but at the same time, I do want to see like what they pulled up.
You can't pull anything from that unless you're only showing the outside.
Whatever's in them files. Hey, what did 50 Cent's character in Power say? Hey, whatever he said. What's that one phrase he said? Whatever they say he did that shit. He did. Hey, whatever they said Trump did, he definitely did it.
Because he's gone to war. He's trying to go to war in 3 different countries right now, and doing all this stuff, trying to institute certain laws within Minneapolis. That man has, for one, I'm going to say this now. I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist. If they wanted to say that Joe Biden was asleep at the wheel and he wasn't controlling everything, then I'm going to sit here and say that Stephen Miller is the one that's in control of the White House right now and not Trump.
And it's sloppy as hell. Sloppy.
And that's why I have said it multiple times. The Republicans will not be back in office for a decade.
You can't trust that. You know, after the MAGA and the Republican Party are so intertwined, I don't think the American people should trust the Republican Party.
I don't think so. I think that the Republican Party is going to find its way to slowly get its way away from MAGA, and that's the thing that they messed up.
They
let Trump pick J.D. Vance as his vice president. They may have gotten away with it if Pence was still his vice president. If they had to 25th Amendment him and get him out of the way, I think that they may have a legit case. But if you put J.D. Vance on the ballot against any Democrat, he's losing.
J.D. Vance barely has he doesn't even have 4 years experience being a senator. And now he has complete power as a vice president, and now there's a and then Erica Kirk is endorsing him to be president in 2028.
How much you want to bet
hell to the damn no.
How much you want to bet he's going to be the first vice president to get a divorce and remarry in the same term?
And the way old boy is disrespecting his wife is crazy.
You already know once he gets divorced who he is going to marry.
That couch.
Erica Kirk.
Oh,
she built like a couch, so I guess.
Holy.
Okay. You know the type of woman I like, so she don't do shit for me.
But as of today, you had the president recently joke about not having a midterm, and then during the press conference, media spokesperson was pretty much saying, "Oh, I was there in the room. It was just a joke." Since when have we ever joked about not having an election?
And that's the thing.
That's nothing to joke about.
They're so okay with everything. Now we have to infer that what he says that is volatile is a joke. And there's so many times where, so I'm not really a TikTok person, but I do get on there to see some of the lives where they're debating Trump supporters and MAGA people. And their biggest argument typically, and this is fully anecdotal for me, there's no way to really, I don't have the time nor the care to sit there and try to assess and bring in all the analytical data about where right wingers lean and all that. Don't care enough. But I will say this, the fact that through my anecdotal view of things, the fact that they're willing to make excuses like, oh, well, he was just joking. You just got to have common sense and know when he's being for real and when he's just inciting. It's like, so from that perspective, that means that you have no real,
you're not
standards.
Professional.
You don't feel that your president should have standards that he should be upheld to.
That's unprofessional, sloppy, careless. I mean, did you see the report about how I think it was a construction worker or some type, where he yelled at the president?
Yeah, I saw it. It was a
pedophile protector. Yeah, he called him a pedophile protector, and then he flipped him off, allegedly.
No, he did. So that's what kills me. It's like you can see it on broad daylight, but Trump said it on his first term. I could go walk into the middle of Manhattan or whatever and shoot someone and they wouldn't do anything. He knows it. He knows these people just want to get off their hate, their vitriol. He knows that's all they want. They don't care about policy, because anytime you ask them about policy, they can't cite you one. They'll talk about the big, beautiful bill, but then when we bring up the points that it affects them in a negative way, well, you just got to deal with that until it gets better. You wouldn't deal with that under any of the previous regimes.
Bro, if President Biden or former President Obama did something like that, man, y'all be up in arms. Let's be real.
As much as they called Obama the great deporter and all that, I saw. That's why I don't get on Facebook. I had to delete that. I got on there because I used, we went to college in East Texas, so I was out there for a while, and I of course ended up becoming friends with quite a few people out there. And then when I see them on Facebook, this one acquaintance that was on there, she posted this like meme where it was like Bill Clinton had like this many million deportations. So basically, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, and Obama all had like 10 million plus each deportations and no protest. They put Trump on there as saying like he only had 1.5 million deportations. For one, I don't have the
cite the damn source, and
that's
dang.
what I was going to ask.
Cite
I don't
the
have
source.
the energy to go back and forth. And they said 1.5 million deportations and over 360 protests.
Cite the source, and then not only that, the former administration didn't have ICE on everyone's ass, and now the Supreme Court is pretty much saying they can pretty much approach you based off of skin color.
What kills me is they can put that fake GIF or whatever they want representation up and still not understand how that does not help their argument. So you showed 3 presidents that deported that many people and had 0 protests. He deports 1.5 million and has over 300. And you don't look at that and think like, so what did he do differently that was different than these other ones? Yeah. Even if all those numbers and statistics are real, you don't even look at that and say, so what did he do differently that they did? And they just look at that like, they just hate Trump. They just hate Trump.
Yeah. Since we're on this topic about like immigration and ICE and whatnot, I'll end it with this, since we're already in approaching an hour. Their whole spiel about, you know, rounding up these undocumented immigrants, they're criminals and whatnot, and we got to send them back and stuff like that. Their main focus is crime, but I argue what they're doing is going to cause more crime. So walk with me real quick, and it's a quick walk. If undocumented immigrants are too scared to come out, you know, or if undocumented immigrants are fearful of their lives because of what ICE is doing, remember they just shot someone too, so there's very much understandable for them to be fearful of their lives. What makes you think they will go to the proper authorities if a crime ever happens and they're a witness to it?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to come.
I agree.
They're not going to want to come out and talk to you or talk to a police officer, because they're automatically going to think, I'm undocumented, I don't have any papers, they're going to send me back. And that's just going to cause more issues. And to be real with you, and y'all can look it up yourselves, being undocumented is not a criminal offense. It's a civil offense.
It's a misdemeanor.
It's not a crime not being documented out here. And that's
actually
foul.
That's
foul what this administration is doing.
Go deeper into that. What is actually a crime and what actually makes people criminal? Because a lot of times they're like, oh, they're illegal, they're criminals. It's like, you don't know what a real criminal is.
Once again, going back to previous statements that we've made before, is that when it comes to right-wingers and their conversations, they never, I won't say never, they hardly ever go into the surface level. I mean, they hardly, you know, go into the roots of the issues. They're always surface level.
That's about how far they go.
Yeah, barely. They're barely into the surface. They never want to dig in. I mean, obviously, if the real answer is really always going to be racism and white supremacy, but you know, for them to grab the answer for themselves, they're never going to dig deep. They're never going to go further in and deeper down. They're never gonna ask why. All right, what's up?
I don't feel like it's fully just racism, because I feel like, so my definition of racism has always came from a point of oppression. I feel like you can be racist if you have the ability to let your implicit biases, and you're coming from a point of power, you utilize that to oppress those based upon your implicit biases. So for me, coming from East Texas, majority of the motherfuckers, yeah, they had biases towards black people and Hispanics and minorities and all that. But shit, bro, you broke. What the fuck you gonna do to me?
They still benefited from the system.
Oh no, all right, I agree. Trust me, we're all on the same path on this one.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I do think that there are certain levels to it, because I do think we need to truly specifically identify what's racist and what is a bias and what is also just stereotyping and what is that. I think we need to go further into the conversation to further identify it, because there's a lot of times where there's implicit racism within our system that we cannot deny, that we cannot get around. And my issue comes typically with those that are in similar situations as us, that don't identify that and don't agree with it, but still don't understand that how they don't, while they don't benefit to it to the extent that they think that they do, the fact that they don't at least address it, that we are affected by it, is my issue with them. Because it's like, bro, you still broke. So what is this, having this bias, what does this do for you? Like, you still struggling. I'm sorry. We may have to cut this. If you white and you broke, that's your fault. I'm sorry. You got born on third base. How are you broke?
You got born on third base. Yeah.
You got born on third base. How are you broke? If you are white in America and you broke, that's your fault.
Yeah,
Get your money up, not your funny up, boy.
Like, that's on you, my guy. Like, what you want me to do? Shit, I can't hide this. We cannot hide this. You can be Irish, you can be European, you can be Scandinavian, you can be Polish, you can do all this other shit.
You can be all,
you still white at the end of the day. You still gonna get a benefit that we don't. You still gonna get looked at differently than us just based off a walk up.
And you know what's crazy, bro? For the folks who think, oh, I'm white, I'm okay. Wait till they start chopping down specific whites. They can be like, oh, what kind of white are you? Italian? Oh, we got.
Then we go. This is why history and education is important. Because guess what? The idea of being white was not really an original idea. They separated that once the Irish people started coming over here. They really started. But y'all don't know.
Hey, most of these like for us, it's obvious. Most of these symptoms root back to white supremacy and racism. If not directly, inadvertently, or indirectly, like most of the problems that we exist in this country or in the world, you can trace it back to a white man looking stupid.
And they got mad, so they wanted to change everything. It's the definition of I didn't win, so I'm gonna take my ball home from the basketball.
Oh yeah,
court.
It's
like,
equivalent to
I can't win. Taking my ball with me.
Yeah, it's equivalent to pouring acid in a pool because you don't want to see black folks in it. Yeah. It's just as equivalent. Absolutely.
And what kills me, because you and I are very much synonymous with, because of certain organizations that we're in, with Hispanic people. Mm-hmm. Why are y'all forgoing y'all culture to try to align yourselves with this whiteness? I've never understood that. And I'm saying that, and I know there's brothers that's watching this that are very avid Trump supporters. Why is your dumb ass thinking that your last name is gonna work? Like, why does Nick Fuentes think that? Oh yeah, your last name is Fuentes, sir. You think they're gonna accept you?
The proximity to whiteness will have you think that you are safe.
You right, because brother, them black people that be fooled into it.
Proximity to whiteness will have you think that you are safe. We've had similar conversations about this off camera. Remember when I talked about how their version of freedom is a luxury, but ours is something that we actually have to strive for. They're okay. Like, look at the comments under like Fox News and stuff, and that's the real America that you should see. Like the comments under a Fox News article, that should let you know this is what America's thinking. So they're okay with having ICE, do whatever that they want. They're okay with this current administration doing whatever they want. And it's similar to what you were saying in previous episodes. They just want to live in a world where they can just do their own thing, do their 9 to 5, come home and not worry about anything else. But for people like us, we have to challenge it because it's not working for us. And it's not working for marginalized communities.
Do you want to know what it looks like when you're marginalized but think that you can fit into that demographic? I'm the video man today.
Skin? What? No. We're just gonna pull out the dictionary and then put it right back away.
This is PragerU.
Did you not find a good definition that fits your narrative?
You have all these advantages that I don't have.
I know this ain't Officer Tatum. Hell no,
Officer Tatum.
I know that's not. I know we're not talking about Officer Tatum.
Just.
No credibility on the topic that he's talking on, or no credibility, I should say, because a lot of the people that talk on these PragerU videos are credible, but not really. They're fake credibility.
Before we get into it, remember, Trump is trying to replace a lot of our educational videos, especially like PBS and all that, with stuff like PragerU. Oklahoma is trying to do that.
Remember that Oklahoma superintendent?
Fake credibility.
How's he doing?
I don't know, man. He got caught watching that porn, man. That's all I remember.
That corn.
I mean, he's no longer a superintendent though. But please continue. My bad.
Good. He shouldn't be.
This guy's just a police officer, just a former police officer, which means nothing to me.
Like what? Like you can get a mortgage loan that I can't get? I got a loan at a great rate, by the way, and I got the house.
So what?
Why would a banker not give a loan to?
Oh, congratulations, nigga.
For one, you don't even know if you got it at a better rate than the next man. They don't disclose that. The averages that are out there are averages. You don't even know if that's the average within your own region, if within your own state. Stop that.
Please continue before we wrap it. Let's wrap this up.
He doesn't want to make money?
Maybe because there's an underlying like preconceived notion that that person that looks a certain way might not actually be able to meet those loan requirements, even if they do. Oh,
why does he understand this better than him? Like, we don't even have to say anything. Why does he understand the systemic disparity between races and he doesn't?
Or maybe the fact that a certain type of person moving into a certain type of area might decrease the value of those homes. Huh? I mean, like, redlining is a thing that has happened and still kind of persists. Although it is illegal, doesn't mean it still doesn't happen. But this isn't like a legitimate gripe of white privilege. But sure.
I've never heard.
Also, this is like super cognitive bias when he says, well, like, well, you don't think black people can get loans? I got a loan. Boom. Eat it, libtard. Like, what is this argument? I did something, so therefore everyone can do it?
Let's see the loan.
What?
Show me the loan.
Or how about this? You can enter a store and not be looked upon with suspicion, but I, a black person, cannot, except that has never happened to me. But if I was a young dude with my pants hanging down to my butt,
oh
because you
no!
have big pants.
Oh no!
That means you're gonna steal.
Not the mid 2000s narrative.
Not the dog whistles. Not you, Don Imus. Not you, Rush Limbaugh. Not you.
Oh no!
He came with the early 2000s dog whistles.
Not the pull your pants up narrative. No. Oh no. Oh, they're still gonna follow you around the store regardless if your pants pulled up, my boy. Oh my lord.
But my parents falling down. The dog whistles against your own people is wild.
Oh wow.
You gotta keep going, bro. It gets cringier.
What? Is this guy a moron? Why did this guy get fired for being a cop because he arrested everyone that was sagging? Like, listen, I don't like sagging. Sagging's kind of dumb. But you do what you want. I don't really care if I see your underwear, right? I don't really look at people's butts that much. Just not something I do. So if you want to sag your pants, cool. If it's comfortable, cool.
Who cares?
But like, to say that these people are gonna steal things or these people are gonna do bad things because they're sagging? What?
Sir, I used to be a cop. Believe me, I understand.
I used to be a cop. Believe me, I understand. Is unironically one of the greatest quotes I've ever heard.
If I owned a store, I'd be tracking that kid ther whether he was black, white, or anything else.
Nah.
You know, if Daniel came in there, you would not be doing that. You'd be like, oh, he just thinks he's black. Oh, that's cool. He saw some stuff on TV. He's fine. But the second Dante walk up in there sagging a little bit or just looking black, you would have been like,
what was that?
Like, come on now, bro. Like, come on now. Like they expect us to take them serious, bro. Like these people expect us to take them serious, and the fact that there's people that look like us that think that because they capped to this extent, and then he got turned away from TPUSA for their convention, and then he was like,
I thought it was Myron Gaines that got turned away.
All of the black creators did. All of the right-leaning black creators got turned away from TPUSA. I won't say that. Y'all not gonna try to sue me. A good amount of the high-profile black contributors were turned away. Myron mainly because he talks about Jewish people. He needs to stop that. He's anti-Semitic to a full extent, and he is a terrible person.
Anti-black, anti-Semitic, and he has no game. You know,
and he's Somalian. What's crazy? He's Somalian. He's basically DJ Khaled at this point, where DJ Khaled is Palestinian but has nothing to say about where his people. You see what's going on in Minnesota? Myron got nothing to say about that.
This is what happens when you give lame niggas a platform.
I will say this, women, I'm putting the onus on y'all. Stop giving it up to men that can't pass a basic test or can't even tell you where certain parts of your anatomy are. Like, the reason why these dudes feel so empowered is because some woman gave it up to them at some point, so they feel validated in what they do because they think that this is going to forever attract women, and they're trying to utilize that one instance of them making it work to weaponize that to take these young men to make them think that their line of thinking works. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because guess what? I'm gonna promise you this: you catch more bees with honey than you do with vinegar.
Flies with vinegar. Message. That's a message of the day.
All y'all old school people will tell you that, but y'all gonna listen. Nah, they need to be in their place. They need to be at home cooking, doing what I want. Bro, you make $30,000 a year. How you providing for a whole family? Buddy, you work at Walmart. You work at Amazon. You do flex pay on the side. I ain't knocking anyone that does it. But you don't get to have those ideas. Let's go back to what I'm talking about. Not everyone is entitled to an opinion. If you don't bring enough to the table, then you should shut up when it comes to what the other sex should do, because you don't even know what that other sex entails and what they go through on a regular basis. Y'all talking about, oh, this woman should shut up and deal with me and have my kids. You don't even know that the fact that she is risking her life to have your big head baby. She don't even realize that the amount of biological changes that her body goes through to just push out one of your ain't shit babies ain't mean nothing, because you dumb as hell. You try to pop out another one that's gonna be dumb as hell like you with a big ass forehead. Why do we need another one of your ugly ass kids in the world? I'm sorry, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
And now your son built like your auntie. Now your son built like 42 and now your son built like 42 Doug.
Now your son over here built like Benny Siegel with the height of a midget.
now your son built like Finesse 2 times.
You got a son built like Finesse 2 times that reads like he don't know what 2 times means.
Didn't he get Finesse 2 times? God dang, man. All right.
but you want us to take you serious. Yeah, man. You know, my baby mama do. It's like, what pisses me off about that?
What was that?
I know some dudes like that ruined the trajectory of some good young women that were like at the top of their class, about to graduate, go to college, and then they got them pregnant because they didn't want them to do better than them. Ladies, make sure your man is doing better than you, because if he's not, he's going to try to bring you down, because majority of men in this patriarchal society do not like seeing their women doing better than them. Don't fall for the games. He needs to prove that he truly values you before you do anything for that man. I am okay with that. Call me a simp. I don't care. I earn my way. My pops, my uncles, my grandpa always told me, if you can't support her, if she can't decide, I want to be a stay-at-home wife, you don't need to marry her because you can't support her. I'm sorry. Get your broke ass on. I'm not married because guess what? I can't afford for my wife to be at home. So shit, I'm sitting here chilling.
This is why Nick is the coolest brother in the virtual room.
What's good, niggas?
Not my nigga, but you the coolest one, because I'm the one that just goes on rants. You the one that's actually
I haven't been on a rant in a good minute. So
actually, no. What you gotta get off your chest? It's 2026. What Tristan? What Tay Keith gotta get off his chest?
Tay Keith, fuck these niggas up. Well, yeah, we'll just have to save that for the next episode, bro. We're gonna say
he finna hit y'all with some heat on that intro finna be scorching.
We'll save it for the next episode. Let's go ahead and wrap things up.
You're right.
Yeah, this is episode 20 of the Porch Light Theory. Thank you so much for tuning in. 20 whole episodes. You've listened from when we first started out, and it was kind of shaky in the beginning. But thank you so much for just 20 episodes in. Thank you. We really appreciate that.
We appreciate y'all.
Most definitely. But in the meantime, as always, show some love. Like, share, review, hype us up. Give us something in the comments, and we'll show us some love. We'll show you love right back. But this was episode 20 of the Porch Light Theory. 21 is on the way. Oh, 21. 21.
Fuck him.
21.
Yeah. But anyway.
Fuck him. Fuck all that. Fuck the streets.
F the streets. F the streets.
Yeah. I can't stand. Anyway, yeah.
F the streets. Yeah.
F the streets. But I'ma still rap about killing people.
Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. We'll holler at you. Peace out, y'all.
We love y'all. Happy New Year.
Later.